It is 2021, Happy New Year. I wanted to share a small but festive dessert to celebrate this new year with you. Soufflé cheesecake is my favorite. I've had it very often as Japanese since I was little. It is as popular as baked cheesecake over there. But I've got to say I was not a big fan of some of the textures and flavors. Some of the flavors were a bit too bland or kind of too wet or not so smooth. So I created my recipe and I really like the flavor and texture. It is light and smooth but has depth in flavor as well. And since I haven't seen soufflé cheesecake tart, I really wanted to try personally. You may know that I love tart, maybe. It was very delicious. The light crunchiness and the fluffy texture really matched together, so I highly recommend for you to try it. I'm showing how to make it step by step, so let's get started. To make mini cheesecakes, we are using this silicone mold today, but you could use muffin pan also. And to see how to make cake liners with parchment paper, watch this video. I'm showing how to make them for a variety of shapes and sizes. First, add butter in a bowl. Make sure it is very soft so that it blends well with other ingredients. Add cream cheese and mix. Make sure cream cheese is softened in room temperature because it blends so much better than cold cream cheese, and also to prevent butter from getting hardened with cold temperature. At this point, you want it to look very smooth with no chunks of butter or cream cheese. Next, separate egg whites and yolks and add yolks in a bowl and mix. Always clean up the side and the bottom on the way and make sure they are evenly blended. You can do all of this with a stand mixer as well, but I recommend to use a whisk to really make sure there are no lumps since this mixture is loose. Sift your cake flour so that there are no lumps. And mix well until they are blended evenly and you don't see any flour chunks. Next, add milk and yogurt. I used whole milk Greek yogurt this time, but you can use a regular plain whole milk yogurt as well. I mix them together in advance before adding in the bowl this time, but you can also add separately, of course. Mix well until they are completely blended. Don't forget to clean up the side and bottom again. And at the very end, add lemon juice and mix. By adding lemon juice, it adds more depth and flavor and tastes so much better for me. Now we're making French meringue. Add egg whites in a bowl and whip until it gets fluffy. Once it gets fluffy enough like soap, we add about half sugar and whip more. And add the rest and keep whipping until it gets fluffy but still soft. Like this. Now it is very important that don't wait and immediately add meringue into the cheese batter and mix. First add about 1/3 and mix like this so that you are not going to kill too much meringue. Once they are blended well, add about half and mix again. And finally, add the rest and mix. At the end, use a spatula, clean up the side and the bottom, and really make sure they are blended evenly. Don't forget to flip the bottom like this, and a lot of times there are still cheese butter remained on the bottom. They are complete. Now don't wait and quickly pour in molds and bake right away while the meringue is still in a good condition. To create steam while baking and make the texture extra moist and fluffy, pour some hot water in a tray up to about half of the mold height ideally. I only have these shallow trays, but if you have deep ones, please use that, that's much better. Touch the top gently, and when you feel some resistance and it bounces back slightly, it is done. This one is still hot. It was very fluffy and so delicious. Once it gets cold, the texture completely changes. It gets heavier, less bouncy, and the cheese and all the other ingredients come together and create more depth in flavor overnight. I honestly like both equally, so it is just different. Now let's make tart crust. As always, I use this recipe. If you haven't, just watch this video later to learn how to make it step by step. Today I tried different ways from usual. I cut the dough into stripes and attached like this. And cut the bottom with a cookie cutter and set in rings and push the corner like this to let them stick together. Today I used one 6.5 centimeter diameter ring and 7 6-centimeter diameter rings, so 8 in total. Using the silicone mold for the 6.5 centimeter diameter one, the cheesecake went in pretty easily and had slight gap between. But with 6 centimeter diameter ones, they were very tight fit, so you really want to make sure not to roll the dough too thick, otherwise the cheesecake might not go in. So you'll see what I'm talking about later when I am assembling them. But you can use any sizes of tart rings and molds and create your own combination. Once they are chilled, cut the side like this. I cut about 1/4 of the length just to make it look more unique, and also cheesecake can go in pretty easily that way. And chill again if they are softened again, and bake right away. Here, I did not push the corner enough. They looked like they were sticked, but they came off while being baked. So make sure to push the corner really well when you set in molds to prevent that. Now we make flowers with fondant. I am not a big fan of fondant taste, so I rolled as thin as possible. The flowers were so tiny and thin, so I did not taste it almost at all with everything together, which is good. I used this gold powder to add some color in fondant. And make these tan color flowers as well. And mix gold powder and any straight alcohol like vodka and add a dot like this just to give some more details. Now they're completely chilled overnight. Use a small spatula like that and set in the crust. To make it look more beautiful and delicious, coat apricot jam on top. I heated up apricot jam with some water and strain all the apricot chunks. Use while the jam is still warm and smooth. To attach flowers, I used buttercream. Watch this video to learn how to make the French buttercream I used today. I filled buttercream in that gap also to make it look a bit more neat. And now they are all complete. Today I made small sizes, but you can try with large sizes as well. As a surprise, the crust did not get soggy much after a day in the fridge, which is really good. The fluffiness and the crunchiness really matched together. I think you are going to love this as well.
Get ready the cake.
It's time for cake!
I want to eat the cake. Cake. Eat the cake.
Let's put it on a very cute plate. Maybe it does be. Yes.
Chocolate.
It's not chocolate, but it's sweet like chocolate. Yeah. You like it? It's soufflé cheesecake. This is Mama's.
Yum. Delicious.
Delicious.
It's like a flower. It's like flour.
You like flowers?
I want to eat the princess. Kick him. Spicy.
Spicy. No.
It's just spicy.
It's not spicy, it's sweet.
Sweet. Why you think?
What?
Is it? Why you think, Mama? I want more.
You want more? Oh. I don't know. Should I give you more?
What you legally made?
What?
Noah.
I don't know what.
You melted my person.
Okay, let's do one more together.
What? What you silly to Mama silly? What? No. Come back, Mama. Just eat more. Noah Bison is brother. Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful new year with lots of sweet memories, and I hope I can be along with your baking journey this year as well. So stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.
Falling in love, not falling out. I keep on falling in. Each of us both done in the ground.